G'day folks, and welcome to this solo playthrough of Twilight Inscription. This is a 2022 publication by Fantasy Flight Games. It was designed by James Kniffen, and it's set in the Twilight Imperium universe. So if you're a fan of Twilight Imperium, there are many fans around the world, I think you'll like this. It kind of captures some of the theme of Twilight Imperium, but in a lighter setting. It's still relatively heavy and kind of strategy driven. It runs for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. One of the great things about this is it accommodates 1 to 8 players. And having more players doesn't necessarily blow out the playtime. So a solo play will go for about 90 to 120 minutes. An 8-player game will go for 90 to 120 minutes with experienced players. Obviously, it'll take more time if you're teaching someone the game. The reason being, it's basically simultaneous actions. You roll the die, you draw a card. Typically, you'll be rolling the dice, and everyone is marking off the results of the dice on their sheets simultaneously. So it's a very fast-playing game. As a roll and write game, for those who have never played a roll and write game before, basically, as I said, you roll these dice, you activate a sheet, and you mark off the results on that sheet. I won't explain too much about the sheets. Instead, I'll kind of teach as I go. I am playing on these are actually two-sided. There's the B side, which is they're all identical. Everybody has sort of the same background. I'm playing on the A side, where every A sheet is a little bit different. Different maps of the universe and things like this, different planets to explore. I'm all set up and ready to go, but the first thing I need to do is pick a faction. Now, there are 24 factions that come with this game, and they are all very unique and very important choices you make. They really drive your strategy. So I've played the Universities of Jolnar before, and they were very powerful. Basically, their abilities, when I choose an action sheet, if I follow this circular pattern around 1, 2, 3, 4, I can spend 2 technology points, 2 green technology points on that active sheet. And that enabled me to basically get every technology on the board. But I've played with them before. They're very powerful, but I've played with them before, so I don't think I'm going to play with them again. The Isaril I don't like, particularly in a solo game. They can't choose their previous active sheet, and they can spend 1 material. It's not great, and then they can deploy this Black Shade Infiltrator with their special faction event. So I'm going to play the Yin Brotherhood. I'm going to take a chance here, and I haven't played these before. I'm going to see how they go. Their special ability, their ability is when you would claim a population asset, which are mainly around the expansion board up here. You can see these little red icons around. When I claim one of those, I may instead cross it out to spend 3 blue influence on any sheet. But their special ability is they can claim the next 2 victory point assets in the population track. So this will give me potentially a lot of victory points up here. So I'm going to pick these guys and strive for them. They're off to the right. In fact, I'll bring this down, put that up so you can see that. Or you don't need to see the speaker card, so I'll slide that up, put the speaker card down here. Okay, so they're out of the game. I have 4 objectives. We have a navigation objective, which is to claim 5 planets on navigation. A core cracker, which is to cross out all resource icons on 3 planets. Diversified production, claim 3 commodities of each type on industry, and claim 6 asset nodes on the warfare board. I'll explain what all those do later on. Now, I'm playing a solo game, and in the solo game, I use the focus dice to mark off the AI's abilities. And there I'm competing against the AI for warfare, for votes, and to achieve the various objectives. So I'm trying to achieve these before the AI player does. I'll explain everything else as we go, so let's jump into it. We start the game. I've organised the deck already. We start the game by flipping this card. It's a strategy event. So we choose an active sheet and spend this card's resources. Now, if I would choose navigation, that would give me 3 exploration. And this could be handy. So I'm looking at my unique navigation board. Every navigation board on the A side is different. I haven't really looked at this one yet. So Mercantile Rex is down here. If I'm the first to get there, I get 7 victory points. If the AI beats me, I'll only get 4. It's a long way to go though. I have to loop around here or loop around here. The other thing I want to look at here is achieving relics. So there's a relic down here and a relic over on the right here. Where are the planets as well? There's a planet here, we have 2 in the middle here, 1 not far away, we have 1 not far away here. So I'm actually going to... So when you go to... I'm selecting the navigation board. I like to select the navigation board as my first action pretty much every game I play. Despite this not being the best sort of thing to start with, what it will do is let me spread out and hopefully I can get some blue dice, blue results on the dice. So I select an active sheet, I'm picking this one, and I record 3 red results. Now on the navigation board, a red result simply means explore an adjacent system, and that simply means drawing a line from my current starting point to another another system. I'm going to then come out here, and I'm going to come down here as well. Now you may note I'm exploring towards the planets for reasons that will become clear pretty soon. So there's my 3 red. I spent 3 red, I explored to 3 adjacent systems. I don't have those planets yet. I need to claim them by getting a blue result. And there we go, 2 blue results, perfect. Now I don't have any focus dice unlocked yet, but I use these focus dice, as I said, to mark off the AI. So they gain 1 point in warfare. They gain 1 step towards Mercantile Rex, and they gain 1 step towards the industry objective. So they're going for this. Now I can spend the black dice. And if I had unlocked any dice on the navigation board, I could access that as well. That'll come in later on. For now, I actually get 1 explore, 2 claim, which is perfect. So for explore, I'm going to move towards, slowly towards Mercantile Rex, but also towards the relic and the relic. That's why I'm heading this direction. Then I'm going to claim 2 explored systems with the blue dice here. Now these are material, and they're the blue icons. They just don't show up blue on the black dice. So I can claim 2 systems. I am going to claim, why not, planet and planet. And I'll explain what these do in a moment. So I have claimed 2 assets that I have connected to. And that's the end of my turn. That's how quick this game moves. All right, that's the end of this event card. We flip over again, and we have a red, blue, and green. And again, I choose an active sheet and spend those resources. So now what I like to do, I've claimed 2 planets. I'm going to move over to expansion board. And the expansion board is good for claiming assets, but particularly special assets and rarer assets. All the assets are summarized on these asset reference cards. There are 8 of these in the game. You get to know these pretty quickly, and after your first game you won't need these, but I'm just showing this for those learning. Particularly valuable, I guess, are what are called specialty assets. These are the red, green, blue, and yellow specialty assets. They let you unlock technologies. Population can be valuable at the end of the game because you get victory points for that. The basic resources are less valuable, and the senators, these icons here, are also moderately valuable. Perhaps of most value here is my special faction ability. There's only 1 of these, and it's down here. And my special faction ability is to claim the next 2 assets on the population track. I'm not in a rush to do that. I can do that at any time in the game. Some special faction abilities you really want to get early. This one, it can be the last turn of the game when I'm unlocking that, so no rush to unlock this. So what am I doing? I'm choosing this on the board. To spend these dice, what I'll effectively doing is crossing out the assets on unlocked planets. So I have a red, blue, green. I can go red, blue, green, is cross them out. When I complete a row or column, I claim that asset, much like I claim the planets over here. But to begin doing that, I need to unlock a planet. So I spend a planet on here to unlock a planet over on the right. And I need to think about what planet I want to go to. Before I do that though, I'm going to spend another planet to unlock a space dock. So you can see here, I had a planet here, I spent it here, I've unlocked a green dice. Now, where do I want to place that green dice? Just because I've unlocked a green dice on this board doesn't mean I have to spend it on this board. I can unlock a green dice here, here, or here. And, well, I'm heading to industry next, so I'm going to unlock a green dice on industry, and I'll explain what this does in a moment. I like to cross this out to show that I've used it. So I spent my planet here, crossed it out, to claim a green dice, which I've placed here. You can see that underlying green here. I will use the green focus dice when rolling on the industry board. Give you a heads up. Spoiler alert, it's happening next. So that's one planet done. I need to pick a planet, a planet to unlock. And you know what? I want to go for Psycho. I want to get this green technology down here on industry. So I am going to strive for a green specialty asset. There's one here. That's the only one I can see. Wow. Okay. Oh no, one here. Oh, this is better. So I'm going to unlock Abaddon. And I can now spend a red, blue, green. Alright, let's go. Ooh. Let's go. Red, blue, green, like that. Alright, so I've spent the card's resources. Now I roll the dice. And I'd love just at least one red. Hey, I get 3 red. Beautiful. I can't use a focus dice, but of course, the AI gets this. They get another green, they're heading towards Mercantile Rex, they're charging towards it. They get a blue, that'll be a vote. And they get a red, another point in warfare. And I get 3 red to spend. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 to unlock this asset. I've only unlocked this planet here, so this is the only place I can spend these dice resources. You can see here 3 red, 3 Cs, 3 materials. 1, it doesn't really matter, does it? 2, because I'm heading towards that. And let's say doesn't really matter. 3. Okay, and that's the end of that second turn. Now, I have unlocked this green asset. I am going to draw the next event, and I'll keep it there for now. Another strategy card. We're in the first era. I'm activating my industry board down here. I choose the active sheet, this one. I spend 2 resources, 2 blues. Now, what do I want here? When I spend a blue on this sheet, here's a key up here. I can claim an unmarked asset. Now, there are 2 things you can do here. You can scrap assets, which means putting a cross over them and you don't get them, or you can claim them by spending a blue or a green, which means to circle them and you actually gain those assets. So with 2 blues, I have effectively 2 claims. I'm going to start by claiming this yellow. So yellow is the rarest resource. And when I claim an asset, I cross it off down here. Whenever you complete a row or column, you either underline or circle the bonus. The assets here are basically victory points, so the more resources you get of a particular type, the more victory points you get. And way down the bottom of the board, the underline +1 is +1 resource when we get to production. I'll talk about that when it comes up, but this is important to get, and I really like having these production goods. They count as wild die results. You can spend them on the active sheet for whatever you want, for any sort of resource you want. So I've spent 1 blue to circle that, and I'm going to gain this senator out here to underline that. So when I gain this little icon here, it's a little like speech bubble icon, it's a person talking. I just underline a vote here. Whenever a vote, I can't remember what they're called, whenever that comes up, I count the number of senators I have and I gain that many votes to vote on the issue. Now, I've marked off my 2 blue, 1, 2 claims, and I roll the dice, and I have the green dice here now, and beautiful, the double green. So I get, look at this, a red, a blue, and a green. AI first, they get a double green, so they're moving towards expansion. They get a single blue, so they get another vote, and they get double red, So they're moving towards navigation. That's pretty good. I kind of want them to diversify. If they start racing to one thing in particular, it'll be hard to beat them to that. And so I don't get these resources, but I get to spend all of these. So I get 1 scrap, 1, 2, 3, 4 claim. Okay, so to claim, you need to be adjacent to a scrap. So I can't claim off here because it's not adjacent to an X. I'd really like to claim. It'd be really nice if I can claim a red, blue, yellow, because that would give me my next production bonus. Can I claim a red, blue, yellow? I'm sure I can. Scrap 1, claim 4. And so there's also a map here. So you notice I'm stretching out from this center X. The best benefits on this map, on the industry board, are way out on the outside. So an extra red dice, extra blue dice, extra red, extra blue. My faction ability. In fact, I think this is the board I had last night because it's exactly the same. So I'd love to get out here to my faction ability. I'd love to get down here and unlock these red and blue dice. I'm going to try and move down towards the bottom right area out here. But I do have to be mindful of... So there's 2 things. I want to come this way for the resources, but I want to go that way for the bonuses. If I can scrap here, that's use that red dice. It's spent. I now have 4 claims left. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And I have a 4th to claim. Let's claim another red. I can't claim that because it's not connected to a scrap. So let's claim this one out here, just so I'm shifting to the right. That'll give me another red. Now you notice I claimed 4 resources there. I marked them off. I completed a row, so I claim an extra trade good. This is right at the bottom of the screen. I hope you can see that okay. And that's the end of the next turn. And you can see I've been going around here. That's the way I always like to start. It's kind of my opening move. We draw the next card. Now we're in Era 2. Another strategy card. Red, red, red. Alright, I'm looking at the warfare board. Now, I think the warfare board is probably the least important board, particularly early in the game. You get a couple of victory points, you get a couple of benefits. So if I win this war, I get a green dice. If I win this war, I unlock a planet. I just think early in the game there are more important things to do. You want to unlock dice. The sooner I unlock these dice, the sooner I'm accessing additional resources. So it's kind of an engine builder where your engine is your dice. So early in the game, I think this is the most important thing to focus on. Unlocking dice. Yeah, great. If I win this war on the left, I'd get a green dice. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, should I do that? I could build a cruiser here. I'm looking at the AI. They've already got a military strength of 3. And I'd have to have strength 3 and strength 3 on the left and right. Tempting. I'm also looking at my bonus key. So if I could build a cruise, I just said don't do warfare early, and here I am thinking about doing warfare early. But I could also use that red to scrap, and be right next to 2 potential dice to unlock warfare next. And knowing my luck, this will be a warfare card. Okay, so look, I'm going to go back to industry. I'm going to stick on industry. I'm going to spend the 3 red to scrap, and scrap. So 3 scraps. I've done that, you can probably guess, to get adjacent to the blue dice, adjacent to the red dice, and out towards the blue die here, the bonus, faction bonus, and yeah, just out in that area. And now we roll the dice. And excellent, pretty good result. Again, I can use the green here, so I get another green. I don't have these dice, but I'll record the AI first. So they are racing towards Mercantile Rex. They are on their way to industry, and they have another warfare point. So they're going to beat me if warfare comes out next. They're done, so I can move those away. And here's what I have. A red, a scrap, 3 claims. Perfect. I'm going to spend 1 claim for the blue dice, 1 claim for the red dice. I also have, oh, do you know what? I have this technology, which I should have. So I'm going to spend my green asset up here to unlock Psychoarchaeology. Per activation on this board, I can claim any space that contains a vote and either scrap it or claim it. I'm going to claim this for another senator. So I've claimed 2 dice. I'm going to get 1 more claim and 1 scrap. So I am going to, what am I going to do? I need a red and a blue. So 1 more claim, 1 scrap. 1 more claim, 1 scrap. Let's just claim, let's move down here, scrap, and claim a blue there. Okay. And what have we got? We've got some dice to use. Where do I want to use these dice? Where do I want to use these dice? So the AI is really racing ahead on warfare. They've got a strength of 4 here, 4 here. I need to get a 5. That's going to be tough. I'm kind of tempted to continue spending them here. So I'm a long way from Mechatol Rex. I don't think I'm going to win this race, so I'm not too worried about navigation board. That'll be a slow slog out through here, not a race for me. If I unlock a dice here, look, planets are always good. Getting early icons. Look, the industry board's super important, as I think I've already shown. I think I'm going to go industry again. I'm going to unlock a blue die for industry. I cross it off to show that I've spent it. And then a red die for warfare. Red die for warfare. Or yeah. Or yeah. I'm looking at navigation thinking I could get moving and get those planets. Yeah, I'll go warfare. Alright. And that's a red die spent. And we're done. Alright. We keep going and we see what's next. Council. Okay, this is where we vote. So I claim the votes. I have 3 votes. I have 3 senators. 1, 2, 3. I claim 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. Now, the voting with the AI system is a little different to the normal game. You'll notice, so we're looking at trade fleet subsidization, and I need to find, this is from Era 2, a card without that little icon at the top. There we go. So the way this works is, I'm a little rusty on the solo. I think I place that like that. And I'm going to have to check the rules for this one. Because it's the one part of the game that is a little different to the normal game. So I draw the first agenda, then I draw the counter agenda. I cast my votes, but I don't mark pass or fail as you normally would. Normally when you vote on an issue, you have one issue and you're voting for the pass effect or the fail effect with multiple players. With the AI, I'm just voting, so they're going to be voting only 2, so I have more votes than them, but they'll roll a black die to add to their votes. They'll get, where is it shown here? If they roll a red, they get a 0. A blue, they get +1. A green, +2. Now with these black dice, there are 3 red results, 3 of those C's. There's 1 green result, and there are 2 blue. So they're not all equal. So there's a 1 in 6 chance they'll get that. So if I spend 4 votes, what I do is I put a 4 here. I then draw a line through any unmarked icons, so they don't get this. And then they get a die roll. So I'm voting 4. Let's hope they don't get that green. Actually, no, maybe I need more than... No, 2. They'll get hopefully 3. Oops, that's gone way off the table. It's a red, so 0. So they're only casting 2 votes. So I cast more votes than the AI, so I get the positive outcome. I choose a commodity type, and each player claims 1 resource for each claimed commodity of that type in their industry grid. Well, I've got 2 of each, so I claim 1, 2 trade goods. That's pretty straightforward. And then I cross out my votes for votes spent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means I have 1 vote left to save into the next council result. And that's how councils work. Now again, that's a little bit. That's probably the biggest difference from playing with multiple players. Council is done. We move on, and we have a strategy event, and still no war. I'm thinking there's a war coming up soon. A green. Green is not the best thing to spend on warfare. I'm pretty sure this is going to be warfare. I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough resources to match the AI. So I am not going to worry about warfare. I'm going to return to industry, stay on industry in fact, and spend a green to claim something. So I'm going to claim a red. Here, which gives me that, which gives me a production good. And then I roll the die. Okay, what have we got here? So keep in mind I get blue and green now. So we'll mark off the AI first. They get an extra military strength. They get running towards Mercantile Rex. And they get a step towards the industry objective. Now I don't get that red dice, I'll move that out of the way, and here's what I get. So I get 1, 2, oh, they're all claims. Okay, this could be interesting. I can spend my trade goods for a while, so if I'm kind of cornered and I need to scrap, which I kind of do, I can spend a trade good and scrap that resource. The reason I've done that is because I want to reach this blue dice. So I've spent 1 claim, I've got a blue die, I'm going to claim that on navigation, because blue is important, it's how you claim systems. I still have 5 claims left. 5 claims left, wow. Alright, let's get some resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can get 1 yellow. And then 2 of each red and blue. I'll have unlocked the next trade good. So 1 red. 1 blue. I need 1 of each. Can I do it? Yep. 1 blue, 1 red. Wonderful. I've unlocked that next trade good for when production comes up, which should be pretty soon. Okay. Now, what's the objective for this? I need to claim 3 commodity types of each type on industry. I have achieved this objective. I've got 3 yellow, 3 blue, 3 red. I've achieved this objective before the AI. So I get 5 victory points on this sheet. I've completed the industry objective. So the AI will only get 3 points when they reach this industry, which is good because they'll kind of they're halfway towards it, so I've beaten them to that. Okay. Next event. Is it warfare? No, it's production. I get a chance. So now I claim 1 trade good for each underlined production down here. You see there are 4 underlines, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are wild resources that I can spend anywhere. That's all we do. We move to the next sheet. Strategy, 2 blue. Now, I've 5, so I'm going to have 5 strength here, 5 strength here. I reckon I could probably go for this and win at least one of these wars to unlock a green die. So if I spend blue, it would give me a planetary defense system. So the 2 resources here, I'm activating this. I'm going to go blue, and I basically, with warfare, you spend resources to build structures, warships, and you draw their shape. So I spent 2 blue to build a PDS. Now I draw this shape from this orange line. We have 1, 2, 3 wars. We're in the first war era. So I go like such, and I circle that asset, which is just a victory point at the end of the game. So 2 blue resources, build a PDS, built it here. I then roll the dice, noting that I get a red. Okay. So let's look at what the AI is doing. They are racing towards Mercantile Rex. They've reached it way before me. They've got another point in warfare, and they've got a vote for the next election. So I can get rid of these now because I'm not using... Oops, sorry for that. There's a dice. I'm not using these focus dice, but I am using the rest. So I have 2 red, 2 blue, and my trade goods. So what can I do here? Now I could use the 2 blue to build another PDS. I just need a strength of 7 to beat them. I've got 4. What I'm going to do is spend those 2 red and a trade good to build a cruiser. So 1, 2, 3 red, I gain that victory point, and I draw this shape. Yep, because I want to claim that population, because when I would claim a population asset, I can cross it out instead to spend 3 blue on any sheet. So I've spent my red there, I've got 2 blue left, I can spend 3 blue on any sheet. 3 blue on any sheet. Okay, now if I go, I can claim 3 things here. Claim a planet, for example. Claim a planet, claim some basic resources. Not so great. Or I could go blue, blue, blue and cross off over here. Or I could claim down here. Look, I think I'll go up here and I'll go... Or I can stick to the warfare board. Blue, blue, blue. I could, for example, build 3 infantry, which is just basically 3 dots. So I could go... I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. At present, I'm beating them on this left-hand warfare. Imagine this. This is the dividing line. Now, I still have these 2 blue dice, so I could build another PDS out on the right here to unlock a planet. That would be pretty cool. It's building a lot of PDSs early. Once they're gone, they're gone. But I'm pretty confident there's warfare coming up. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, like such, and circle that. So I've got a strength of 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 nodes dotted on the left, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the right. So I've got a strength of 7 and a strength of 7. And we're done. Let's see if this is a war. It's a war. Perfect timing. Now, they have a strength of 6. We wipe out the 7, that's not counted. I write 7 here, 7 there. I compare my left-hand side with their strength. I win. I get this. I compare my right-hand side, 7 with them. I win. So I've unlocked a planet and a green die. I'm going to use that green die up on expansion. Right, so you can see how I'm spreading my dice around. I've got 2 dice here, 1 dice here, 1 dice here, 1 dice here. This is my early game strategy for this. Get the dice early. I win the war. I've unlocked a planet. We're done. We move to the 3rd era now, red. And I'm going to shift back up to expansion. Now you know I unlocked a planet down here, so I can spend that planet to unlock either another planet or a dice. I think I want to unlock a dice again because it's still early. So I'm going to unlock this dice to get a red dice, which I will activate over here in navigation. Okay. Now I've crossed that planet off to show that I've marked. Now I have 1, 2, 3 planets. I need 5. Oh, they all have to be on navigation. 5 systems on navigation. So I've got a fair way to go to get that. All right, let's roll these dice. And the AI is now heading towards the warfare objective. Oh, look, I'm halfway there. Oh no, asset nodes. 1, I cross it out. I've now got 2. Oh, I've got this asset node as well. I've got 3 asset nodes. Oh, the other thing for warfare is you draw a line to show that war's complete. Here are the dice, and the AI is going towards warfare, industry objective, and they have another point of warfare for the next war. Notice they get stronger with each war. On the expansion sheet where I am, I have unlocked the green dice. I can put those away. I get 2 red, 2 green. Okay, look, I'm going to 2 red. I'm going to claim that and that. They're spent with the 2 green. Now I can either cross off this green or I can spend my green to get a technology. That green will give me a blue resource, which is not bad, but I think it's better to strive towards a technology. Now, the technology is based, I haven't spoken much about this. They give you special bonuses on the sheets. This bonus lets me cross out an unclaimed asset, so I'll never be able to get it, to cross out 2 resource icons there on an unclaimed planet, unlocked planet. Unlocked planet, okay. So it has to be this one. I cross out something to gain 2 assets. So I could cross out that blue to get, for example, 2 other resources. Or on each unlocked planet, cross out a red or blue. This is a better one, I think. So I'm going to strive towards that, and in fact, I'll spend a trade good to claim it. I now have a neural motivator. It's active, so on each unlocked planet, I only have 1. Cross out a red or blue in a row column that has a population asset. So I can cross out that. I can gain this population asset, or I can cross it out to spend 3 blue on any sheet. So I'll cross it out to gain 3 blue here. I'm going to claim this planet. 1, 2, 3. So I get a red and a blue and a planet, and because I'm on this sheet, I can cross that planet off and unlock another planet. Let's go for this big one here. And it's now an unlocked planet, so I can cross out a red or a blue. I'll just do that one there. And we're done. All right, moving on to the next event. Cancel. We're voting again. So again, I have 3 votes. So I get 1, 2, 3. They only have 2 votes in this election again. So I reveal this, and again, I have to draw another one from era 3. It has to have the no plus symbol. I place the speaker card over it. And so they've only got 3, maximum of 4. If I spend 1, 2, 3, 4. Spend all my things. There, they only count 2 votes, so I win, and I get the plus result. On industry, I can scrap any 2 spaces or claim 1 space. It must contain a commodity. Scrap 2 or claim 1. Well, if I can claim 1 yellow, I can claim this yellow down here to give me another trade good production. Great, that was pretty quick. We head to the next card. Green. Green, green, green. Okay, I kind of want to head back to navigation now. So yeah. A green on the navigation board is not great. It's not the best way to spend green. But I want to get these planets. So what are they striving towards? They're close to industry. But I've already got that, so I don't need to worry about this one. They're a long way from navigation, so I don't need to worry about that objective so much. They're so far away. And they're a long way for expansion as well. Oh, they're close to warfare. So can I spend a green on warfare? Green is not the best for warfare either, it just builds an infantry. They're very close to achieving. I don't think I can beat them to that warfare objective, so I might go navigation. So 1 green on navigation is just a line, and I'm so far from Mercantile Rex. And then we roll the dice. Alright, oh, that's a lot of blue. That's good for claiming. What do I have here? I have the red. I don't get the green, but let's mark off them first. So they get 1 vote. I'm happy with that. They strive towards navigation, and they get the warfare objective. There we go. So the warfare objective is claimed. I should note AI. They claimed Mercantile Rex before me, so they get 7 victory points. Yep. Okay. So I have not that, but I have these dice to spend. That is 4 claim, 2 explore. That'll do me pretty well. So I can go 1, 2 explore. Spent that. 4 claim. 1, 2. Now I've claimed 5 planets. I achieve this. I get the 5 victory point bonus. And the AI can only get 3. So 1, 2. I've got 2 more. I'm going to claim another red resource. And I'm going to claim a relic. So let me talk about these relics. They're very exciting. Claim a relic, you draw a relic card. This is a terrible one. Well, it's actually probably not bad versus the AI. It's a weapon that I can employ at the resolution of a war to place a very large warship, the Tyrant's Lament, and it gives me 4 victory points. So I put a little 4 up here, and that's my go. I'm just going to double check. 1, 2 red. Did I forget to count something up here? 1, 2. Yep, no, I think I counted correctly. Okay. So I've claimed 2 objectives now. I beat the AI to 2. They have claimed warfare, so I can't beat them to that. Expansion, they're a long way from the expansion objective. And I need to cross out all resource icons on 3 planets. That's a tough one. Next card is War. Oh, well, they beat me here. I've got a strength of 0 and 0. I draw a line across. Ouch. Ouch. So I'm going to miss out on that now. They have a strength of 3 on both sides. That was an early war. So I lose, and I lose the war. So again, in a multiplayer game, you'd be fighting against your left-hand neighbour with this, and against your right-hand neighbour with this. With the AI, if you're solo, you fight left and right against their strength. That's unfortunate. So now we're up to this 3rd war. We have 2 blues. 2 blues. Oh, I could. You know what? Let me take a step back. I just realised I have Tyrant's Lament, of course. Now they've only got a strength of 3. I can play this when a war is declared. I can build this like this to get I forgot about that relic. I have now a strength of 4 dots here and 4 on the right, with 2 for the next war. Which means I win. I win and I win. And when I win this, I claim the next 2 assets on the population track. Complete that, and I have a green asset ready to spend. Green special asset. Great, so that's been played. I forgot about that. I just got it. Forgot. Okay, now we draw the card. 2 blue. And where am I heading towards? I've got these planets, so I'm going to take. I'm going to focus on the expansion board as my active. 2 blue. 2 blue. Let's take those. And, actually let's spend our planets to unlock some things. So I'm going to spend 2 planets to unlock the last dice, and another planet here. So where do I spend this blue dice? I think I spent the red dice, didn't I? So where do I spend the blue dice? Let's spend it right here where we are. And on active, each unlocked planet cross out a red or a blue in a row that has a population asset. So I can cross out a red there, unlock planet here, I can cross out a red or a blue, and down here cross out a red or a blue. Let's cross out that, which gives me a senator and a population, and I'll actually take the population this time. Gain a senator, 3 victory points. Done, done, done. Now we roll a dice. Okay. So what do I have here? Let's do the AI first. They get a red, so a warfare. They get 2 blues, so they're close to their industry objective, doesn't matter. They get 1 green. Any extra green counts as a double. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I've got to get towards that expansion objective. Now I don't have the red, so I can ignore that and I can spend these dice. So I've got 2 green, 2 blue, 2 red to spend on whatever planets I want. So if I spend a green and a blue, I'm going to track this, a green and a blue. So this little bar up here can be used as a resource tracker. So rather than moving my dice down, I can just mark it off there. And I unlock a blue asset, blue specialty asset, blue asset, a senator, and a senator. Okay, so that's 2. Now up here, or over here, spend a red to get that yellow asset. I have 1 of each left. Each left. I think I might start going for population. So 1 of each. Let's go. But I get this bonus. For every activation I can cross off population rows. So I'll go a red, a green, and a red, a green, and a blue. What the heck? Alright, and I didn't claim anything there, just kind of setting up for the future. And I've spent those assets. Alright, next card comes out and it's production. Claim 1, I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, these are wild. I can spend these whenever I want. I'm just being a bit conservative with these. Every 2 trade goods you have at the end of the game is worth a victory point. And that's pretty quick and easy. Next card is Red Strategy. Red. I'm going to go back down to Warfare. Okay, so a red. 1, 2, 3. Build another cruiser. I'm going to go up here and claim that population asset, which I am claiming rather than spending. And we roll the dice. Alright, the AI gets double red, double blue. I claim that industry objective. And a green, which counts as a double green. So I've really got to focus on expansion. They're rushing towards that expansion objective. I only get the red, so I can put that aside, and I get 4 red and a green. 4 red and a green. Now I'm going to spend this yellow asset here, specialty asset, to unlock the trade dyads, which lets me deploy 2 infantry. And they can be deployed below the deployment line. So I can deploy an infantry here to claim this, and I'll spend an infantry here to claim this. That's in addition to the dice. So now I have 4 red. Let's build a cruiser, I think. I've also got a blue here. I could claim this. I might do that. So I'm going to spend that blue asset to claim fleet logistics. Okay, it's 3 strength if I have 3 non-infantry units deployed entirely. So if I spend the 3 red, 1, 2, 3, I can draw a line like this, and now I have 2 non-infantry assets deployed in this sector. It'll give me +3 strength over here. Because they're getting stronger. I need to start thinking about these things. I have one more. I have a green and a red, I think, left. So I'll do an infantry here and an infantry there. So there it's strength 4. So I'm losing on this left-hand side, but winning on the right-hand side. All right. That's the end of that strategy card. A council. We have our last council. This has come up quick. So it's a non-plus. I need to draw a plus like so. I add my senators. I now have 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm voting all my resources basically. They only have 4 plus 0. So I'll win the election. The player casts the most pass votes, chooses unit type. I cross out all assets for built units of that type on warfare. Let's say the War Sun, because I don't want to build War Suns. Yeah, more important in a each player who's cast more votes resolves the outcome that has the star icon. So I get the star icon. I don't get that. I get the star icon. So on industry, each player spends 1 free trade good. Each spends. I get free trade good for each +1. So I get 5 free trade goods. I have to spend it on industry. So I can do whatever I want 5 times. So let's go 1, 2, 3, get that in a moment. 4, 5. So I have my faction ability, gain the next 2 population assets. 1, 2. And that's the end of voting. So that's come up pretty early. And we're done. We cross out them. I don't know what they do with the rest of their blue dice. I guess they just ignore it. Alright, next thing is a green. A green. Let's head back up to expansion because I need to cross out all these assets. So I'm going to cross out a green there. This one is done, so I'm just focusing on crossing out these 2 planets so I can claim this, all resource icons on 3 planets. I then roll the dice. Oh, per active. I don't know when this happens to per active, but let's say it happens now and I go a lot of trade goods, so let's go. Oh, it could be in a population row. So population row here, let's go blue. Population row here, let's go that red, and that's all we can do. Okay, so the AI has a blue, which we ignore, double red, and a green, which goes to there. I have everything except the red. So, oops, sorry, that's off the camera. These are my resources here. I have 2 red, 2 blue, and a green. There's my green, done. I have 2 red, 2 blue. Population asset, 1, 2, 2 red, 2 red, 2 blue. Blue, blue, that. 2 red, 2. Now I've got that, sorry. And a senator, which doesn't matter, but it gives me victory points at the end of the game. And I'll spend 2 trade goods, 1, 2, to finish this off. 1, 2, get that, and another population asset. So now I've achieved this objective. I've crossed out all resource icon. Oh no, I've got 4 to go over here. Well, he's not too close. So I might come back here next turn. Or I can just spend 3 trade goods now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to spend to claim a senator. 2 population assets. A red specialty and a yellow specialty. And now I've completed that planet. I have an objective of 9. I beat the AI. We're done. Okay. All done on that sheet. Heading to the next event. Industry, production. I have now full production. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. Strategy, 2 blue. I still need to reach Mercantile Rex, so let's head to navigation now. 2 blue. Oh, I don't want to spend 2 blue. Here we go. Let's come down here, and I'm going to spend that red asset that I collected. Or let's do the green asset that I collected here to unlock this X here. It kind of lets me access these special resources here. 2 blue can then be spent to go a green dice over here, and a red, double red, 1, 2. And the only reason I'm collecting resources here now is to reach these end victory points. You can get a lot of victory points on industries. I found it to be my most successful board for victory points, compared to warfare, where I'm often scoring negative victory points for losing wars against people. With that done, we can roll the die. And, oh, double blue, double red, double green. They're very close to expansion. Doesn't matter now. I've completed all. You can see objective. I need to claim this warfare objective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, I have. No, I haven't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have. I claimed 6 asset nodes, so I gained 3 victory points for that. So all the objectives are complete. I'm just looking for endgame scoring now. Now, where was I? Here. Industry. I don't get the red dice. I get everything else, which is 1 scrap, 6 claims. So I'll go claim, 1, 2. 1 scrap. I can also choose any space that contains that and either scrap it or claim it. I only need 2 more. So if I go scrap, oops, sorry. What am I going to do? Choose any space that contains a vote. This one. Scrap it. And I can go claim, claim, which fills out my senators. I need 2 more yellow. I'll also use my scrap to go over here. Claim, claim. A blue and a yellow. And just need a few more little resources. So I'm going to spend, I'll claim that for 1, use a trade good to scrap that, and I'll claim that. I'll spend another trade good. I think I lost track of resources here. I don't need a red. But let's claim... Don't need a red dice, but I've got it anyway. Here. Oh, look, I'm so close to the end of blue. Let's just find a blue that I can claim. Yep, one more trade good to claim this blue. And that pretty much means I don't need to return now. I filled out the industry board. I don't need to return here for the rest of the game. I've claimed all the possible victory points on this board. So I can kind of just ignore this board for the rest of the game. And I spent that red dice. Alright, we're heading towards the end here. Last Era 4 card. It's a war. They have a strength of 4. So I only have 1, 2, 3 over here. I lose. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over here. I win. Unlock a red dice that the only other place for a red dice is here. Alright. So I win a war, lose a war. Okay. Heading into the final era now. Era 5. There are 4 cards left. 2 blues. I need to reach Mercantile Rex. So I'm going to focus down here. 2 blues though. It's not great because everything's already claimed. I don't have a planet to unlock here. I've done everything. There will be another war though, so maybe I go here. 2 blue, 1, 2 planetary defense system, and when it's active, deploy to infantry. So I'm gonna go up here like this, claim that, and then 2 infantry to claim a population asset. Here, and then we'll roll the dice. Now I just have some assets left. I've got a blue, a yellow, and a red. So I could unlock Dreadnought if I want. What are they doing? They're getting claim the expansion. They're going to claim a red for warfare. So they're up to the final era now. They claim a blue, which they ignore because I've already voted. Oh, so there's a lot of red here, and I have just the red dice. But I have trade goods as well. And they're already up to a strength of 8, I think. Do you count their crossed off strength or their revealed strength? Yeah, the last crossed off strength. So they've got a strength of 6 here. So yeah, so I need some warships. 3 blue and a red. 3 blue and a red. Do I have a green asset somewhere? No, I don't have a green asset somewhere. But I do have a red asset. Let's get a red asset. And we'll unlock the Dreadnought. Which doesn't help my blues at all, but I can go, for example, blue, blue, blue to claim that. I can go red, trade good, to build a Dreadnought and build this shape. So they've got a strength of 6. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's try and build this Dreadnought. I'm going to spend another trade good just to build a little infantry here, so I can build this Dreadnought like that. I can claim that. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just another little dot. 7. So I'm currently beating them on both sides. Let's see what happens. War. Perfect timing. They've got a strength of 6. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get 3 and 3. That then, with this war coming out, is the end of the game. It's possible that you'll draw, instead of that war card, you'll draw this instead, which gives you 2 additional rounds. Another strategy round, and then the final war. Alright, I didn't reach Mercantile Rex. I did really poorly on navigation. I've got the 5 planets, which helps me set me up for everything else. So let's add up victory points now. Navigation, atrocious. 4 for a total of 9. Shocking. Warfare. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not bad for warfare. For a total of 17. Industry. 21, 27, 31, 4, sorry, 21, 30, 37, 40. For a total of 45. You can see how many victory points are there in industry. And expansion sheet, you're just setting up population, so they're cumulative 7, 8, 9, 10, 18, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 for a total of 37. Now I add up my score. I've got 82, 91, 98, 108. That's a pretty good score. Okay, so this is against the easy, I should point out, this is against the easy AI opponent. And against the easy, a score of 108 makes me a galactic power. Okay, to increase the difficulty, you increase off more of their starting kind of bonuses, so they become stronger for every war. So I won the game against the EI on easy level, galactic power. Folks, that is Twilight Inscription, about just after an hour into it. So, yeah, pretty fast playing game. That's a pretty good score, I think, against the AI. Against an easy AI. But, yeah, let me know, post below if you've got any questions. Yin Brotherhood were pretty interesting. You'll notice how I used them early to cross out those population assets to get the additional influence. But later in the game, I was focusing on the population assets for all those endgame victory points. So this is better later in the game to ramp up here. Early in the game, you want to get that engine rolling with the dice. You can see I was pretty successful with the dice. I've unlocked all 3 here. Well, I didn't really use them. All 3 here used to great effect. All 3 here used to great effect. And just the red one here. And you'll notice I only really lost 1 war against the AI. So timing was critical here. Got pretty lucky. Also got lucky with that Tyrant's Lament card. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Check it out. It's a really good game. Works really well multiplayers. There's a lot of kind of interaction on warfare, but beyond that you're really focusing on your board and building up an engine and a strategy. Thanks all. Take care.